Hey guys, in today's quick tip video, we're talking about gaining momentum. While you are thinking about your new goals, it's a refreshing time of year for that, and I'm sure you have a lot of motivation right now. However, motivation doesn't tend to be there a few weeks, a few months down the line when life tends to hit you. Instead, what you need in those moments is momentum. I have one big takeaway in today's video to help you gain momentum in the year ahead. Let's get to work. Motivation is a valuable trait to have, so if you're feeling motivated, hold on to that. Motivation helps us feel unstoppable. It helps get things rolling towards where we want to go. Unfortunately, motivation tends to wear off when real life starts to set in. When your schedule is still just as busy and you're trying to add things to your calendar with new goals, it's really hard when life gets in the way. So motivation, while critical right now to get things rolling, momentum is what you need to keep things moving in the right direction even when real life starts to set in. My one takeaway then to gain momentum is to have a backup plan for all the potential problems that you will face. So step one for that is to write down a list of every potential problem that you may face within this goal. So for this video, I'm going to have an example of you want to run a 10K this summer. So some potential problems might be that you have a high turnover rate at work. So now all of a sudden you're picking up more hours trying to get things settled, trying to keep that foundation going. You gotta put in more hours at work. Another potential problem as you're training physically is that perhaps you may run into an injury. Perhaps you lose a babysitter. I want you to go through every potential problem and write down everything, even if it's a little thing. Another example might be weather. If there's poor weather, perhaps it's when you're tired. I want you to have every single problem that you'll face. Step two then is to have a contingency plan in place for every potential problem. The benefit of doing it now is that the motivation you're feeling is at a high. You want to hold on to that and use that to your advantage. So think about every potential problem and think now about some creative solutions you can implement that are realistic given that problem at hand. You're more likely to stay on track when you have that plan B in place. If you don't and your energy is low or you're experiencing higher stress, then you're likely to let off the gas a little bit because it's going to be harder to be creative to come up with a way to still make things work. So some potential examples, if you're swamped at work, then instead of working out 6 days a week, perhaps you do 4 days a week and you increase the intensity. That eliminates your drive to and from the gym, and that could be critical time that you spend in your business. If you are injured and you're not able to run, perhaps think about core strengthening exercises, upper body, or even stretching, meditation to still have a connection within your body, still having momentum towards a physical goal. I want you to go through every specific problem and have a secondary plan in place to help you face that problem. The benefit again of doing so is it takes away the question at that point and you're more likely to keep going. If you're a visual person like me, then I want you to think about Newton's cradle or pendulum. I have one here. When we lift one sphere, the energy is then transferred through the entire cradle. It moves through and lifts the sphere on the other side. In time though, it starts to slow down. It will eventually start rocking, and in time, it will stop altogether. The reason why it loses momentum, it loses energy, is I want you to think about everything else that impacts all the spheres. Think about the air around it, the fact that it's making noise. The same thing is true for you and your goals. You can have the best plan in place, and if things were smooth and you had full control of everything, then sure, you're more likely to have momentum in your goals. Unfortunately, though, that's not real life. Real life starts to set in and can impact our momentum. We must have a plan in place to have a new way to lift the sphere, a new way to keep energy moving in the right direction. I'm sure you have some really amazing goals for the year ahead, and I wish you nothing but the best of luck in achieving them. In order to continue momentum towards your goals, think about, yes, the plan that you need to set today, but what happens with these problems when life throws crap your way? When you have these plans in place, you're more likely to achieve your goal. If you're new here, hi, my name is Emily, and I'm a licensed professional counselor here at the Couples Workshop, where I provide no BS couples therapy to Colorado's business owners. I also put out videos like this, focusing on quick tips to help you reconnect in your relationship. Please consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time.